Jim Leishman likes to play. Wide guys, Ross and Campbell, Tarachelsky and Birchall up front. Tarachelsky, the big lump of a player. Looking forward to seeing him match up against Bobo Baldy today.
And Celtic, of course, are without Alan Thompson and Neil Lennon, suspended after the Old Firm activities of last week. Sean Maloney joins Chris Sutton on the injured list. So it's a full debut for Adam Virgo, and Masek Zurawski returns to the attack. Stanislav Varga is fit enough to sit on the bench.
Celtic just going to slide into a 4-3-3 formation, 4-3-3. When they have the ball, I think a 4-4-2 without the ball. Zurawski, Hartson and BT up front. And we think Virgo sliding in at right back.
So a new East End Park setting with this grass, which was originally designed to be used at Wembley, the new Wembley. So they'll have to make some new arrangements there for the start of their new season next year, the FA Cup final going there. These are the conditions facing the two sides and the supporters. Worrying times for Dunfermline fans. They no doubt hoped after their narrow escape last season, Mark, that they would enjoy better times this season.
Well, you'd have thought so. But I think the grass and the plastic, that situation that East End Park had last season for the travelling team and travelling supporters was always going to be difficult this year. I think the grass is a great leveler. Teams coming here, you know, have an advantage now, you know, because they've been playing on the grass all the time. Lennon there on looking, serving his first of what we think will be a long suspension, but just one game today.
Yeah, at least he's here. Club captain certainly should be, I would suggest, in circumstances where his team's playing a very important match. The chance, remember, for Celtic to go into second place if they can win by 3 clear goals. That's the task for them this afternoon.
I think that's what obviously Gordon Strachan will be looking for here today. A good performance. He's got guys in the team that can score goals. Zurawski looking for his first goal, as the boys were saying in the build-up to the game. He'll be looking for his first one today, but banging form, BT and Hartson, that's always going to get you goals.
So Celtic appearing there in their change all green strip. See the height there of Artur Boric, the goalkeeper. Stilian Petrov now captaining Celtic, the captain of Bulgaria. Paul Telfer may well have a new role for Celtic. He's played right back in all his matches so far, but liable to be in the middle of the field this afternoon. We'll need to check carefully on that. And these moments, always anxious ones for the players as they prepare for action. Celtic with a terrific record here, though, in recent times, and they certainly have the sign over Dunfermline in the last 19 league meetings. Unbeaten, Celtic. So they'll be looking to extend that this afternoon. So Stilian Petrov, the subject of Premiership approach in midweek from Fulham, which was rejected by Celtic. Whether or not that will remain the same until Wednesday, Mark, we just don't know.
Yeah, it's not surprising though, because I think Stan Petrov's been the standout player for Celtic over the past 2 or 3 seasons. He's been outstanding form. He was picking a crop last week in the Old Firm game, and I'm not surprised. 5 million, a little bit cheap for a player of his ability.
So the Dunfermline in their familiar strip, black and white stripes make for the tunnel. Substitutes also arriving there, Stan Varga among them. Referee this afternoon is Kenny Clark, making his first appearance of the new season. A long break for the referee. So I'm sure these Celtic players relish the fact they're on normal grass this afternoon. Scott Thompson leads out Dunfermline.
He's a big boy, Tarachelsky, big lump of a player. 13 goals in 50 games for Yeovil, also picking up 10 yellow cards last season for the English side. Looking forward to seeing him play up against Bobo Baldy today, looking for his first goal for the club.
Well, there's one of 2 Polish strikers on the field. There's the other, Celtic's Masek Zurawski, a major close season signing from Wisła Krakow for £2.2 million. Left at the bench against Rangers last week after international duty. And of course, as we keep on saying, he's looking for that first goal in Celtic colours.
Yeah, it's always difficult coming to a club for a lot of money, coming into a big club as well. That man there, Jim Leishman, will be looking for his first home points of the season. Enthusiasm running through his veins for this club.
There's There's Kenny Clark, the man in charge. Had a busy season last season, a lot of reports to the SFA, 10 red cards and 131 yellows in 34 games last season. Well, troubled times have Gordon Strachan. It has not been an easy baptism as the Celtic manager. He'll be very anxious to get back on the rails this afternoon.
Celtic into the huddle. The rain steadily coming down here. Absolutely fantastic lush green surface. Looking for a zippy passing game. Tricky for defenders, great for forwards this sort of weather.
It will be Celtic who have the kick-off. You have the impression that these opening stages may be even more important than normal. Set the tone for the match. And I can tell you, it looks as though Paul Telfer is continuing at right back with Adam Virgo in the heart of midfield. Well, they're still played all right as Hartson and Zaraski get Celtic underway. And indeed, Virgo is taking that sitting role right in the middle of the field with Petrov to his right, Nakamura on the left. And a very important role that'll be. Was that concern, I suppose, about the absence of Lennon as the sitting player? It's Virgo's first contribution. There's Karaszulski. Back it comes to Ian Campbell. The Celtic man Burchell makes the run into the corner, inviting a challenge from Bobo Baldi, which Julie arrives.
Good work there from Burchell. Nobody thought that ball was going into touch, but chased it right into the corner. Himself inside a throw right in the corner flag area.
Ian Campbell's throw, back it comes to Lee Makel. Campbell, a very good left foot, delivers an excellent cross, and he's earned the corner kick right at the start of the match.
Big goods coming up for Dunfermline. Scott Wilson, Andy Todd, Karaszulski, plenty of height in that side.
Well, Ian Campbell takes a lot of these set pieces, prefers to take them from the right hand side with the in-swingers, but that's an outswinger this time. Helped away by Virgo, returned by Darren Young, straight back to Campbell. It's a very good ball in. There's Andy Todd, a chance there on the reflexes for Mark Burchell. Couldn't direct that in goal, but trouble there for the Celtic defence, all right.
I think a shout required between the two Dunfermline players. I think they'll find.
Nakamura penalised there, clear holding on Makel.
Great ball into the far post here. Two players coming together there, look, just a lack of communication. I think Todd was the favourite for it.
Makel's free kick. It's a very smart start. That's Karaszulski with a header. Well, that's one of the main reasons he's in the side, to give that kind of presence.
A great start to the game, Dunfermline. Super ball in. The guy you'd expect with that sort of height. It's a great knock back across the box as well. As we said, slippery conditions, ball just skidding away for a by kick.
Celtic not anxious to get on the front foot here. Playing with Beattie wide on the right hand side. Zaraski through the middle with Hartson. The layoff there from Burchell. Mason using young Ross, the youngest Dunfermline midfield player. He made his debut at 17. Here's John Hartson with a layoff for Telfer. Well, obviously going to Strachan reluctant to disturb his back four, trying to make that a settled unit. Telfer, Baldi, McManus and Camara. That's Virgo. Well, a very hopeful ball over the top.
Very difficult ball today. These sort of conditions, ball's just going to skid through to the goalkeepers. Has to be a measured pass, preferably along the floor. Side of defenders.
McManus with the header, helped on by Virgo. That's Andy Todd. Now Mason to Makel. Celtic appear yet to have settled in the match. Here's Gary Mason now, chased by Camara. It comes to Ross, a crossing opportunity again. And Karaszulski again getting across the bows of Baldi. A deflection takes that for the corner.
Super cross here from Ross, hard and low, plenty of pace on it. And Baldi just doing enough there. It's a good matchup already, Karaszulski and Baldi.
Campbell again with the outswinger. Baldi very positive there with a headed clearance. These are difficult times for Celtic, his opening stages.
Camped in their own box for the first 2 or 3, 4 minutes of this game.
Petrov and Tarashulski clash, and the free kick goes to Celtic. This is Virgo under pressure immediately from Young.
I think he'll be pleased, Joe, the way his team started.
Well, that role for Adam Berg was interesting. He played in the reserves against Rangers on Monday, and he played in 3 positions there. He played right centre midfield, he played right back, and he played up front as striker. Could be a very important addition to the Celtic squad with that versatility. Off goes Zarowski. Hauled across by Todd. Good nimble movement from Zarowski. And he scored his first for Celtic!
That's a super strike from Zarowski. What a weight that'll be lifting off his shoulders. Teammates delighted for him. Super ball into a wider area. Defending could have done a little bit better, but that man knew what he was doing. He was confident enough to cut in. Here we go to the wider area. Big centre half out, dragged out. One thing on his mind: attacking the penalty box onto his right foot. Bang, near post.
Any question mark about the goalkeeper here, Mark?
Beaten at the near post. A lot of players in front of him who see better there from the reverse angle. It's coming through a lot of players, but you always say don't get beat at your near post, but that man will be delighted with that. Zarowski, first goal for Celtic, puts his team into the lead.
That really is a monkey off the back, isn't it? Coming here as an expensive striker. Goals are demanded by Celtic's fans. And of course that will give him a real spring in his step for the rest of the match. He'll be a real handful now for this Dunfermline defence. Well, I think Jim Lucian will be reflecting just how easily he's allowed to come inside and find that space.
Yeah, just dragging, that's the problem when you're playing 3 at the back. You're dragging one of the big men out, and if your midfield players aren't tucking back in and around, you're in trouble.
Michael's barge on Zarowski means a free kick to Celtic. 2 Guinea internationals, Balde to Camara. Zarowski came short, that wasn't read by Camara. Now Scott Wilson, former Rangers defender. Playing it long there for Mason, and much too long. An easy one for Boric to allow to go behind. Celtic quite happy now to settle the lead. That's amazing. After the opening 5 minutes until that point, Dunfermline were dominating.
Absolutely. I think Gordon Strachan will be delighted with the way his team's reacted under the cosh for the first 4 or 5 minutes. Balls into the box, but it was one direct ball out. Super ball out to that man Zarowski. A willing runner into the wider areas. I think Celtic's first shot on goal rewarded with a goal.
In the middle of the field it comes to Darren Young. Cross it comes down to Campbell. I just wonder what that might do to the Dunfermline confidence, which should have been in the rise after the start of the debate of the match. Very awkward for Boric. I think he judged that well.
You see this new surface that's down. We've had a lot of rain on the pitch, but it's still very, very firm. Very, very skiddy. Taking Boric by surprise.
I think he did adjust just in time there. Make sure he didn't carry the ball out of the box in his hands. Scott Thompson's header. Birchall had come to the halfway line. He's the man with the pace. They're looking to go in behind the Celtic defenders, especially the centre backs. Now Balde. This is Hartson. Hasn't really had a touch yet. Played long by Todd. And Manis judged that well. Well, there's no doubt been a dampening on the Dunfermline spirits out there in the field. They really were up for this game at the start. Started extremely impressively, but that goal really has set them back. Fine tackle there by Virgo. Good ball from Telford. This is Beattie's first chance to run. That's great play by Beattie. Camara with lots of pace on the left-hand side. Nakamura available short inside. And Camara preparing to attempt the cross. Nakamura tackled strongly there by Mason. A bit of wrestling means a free kick to Celtic.
They're just coming to play together there. A little bit of hugging and pulling of shirts. Nakamura doing pretty well there, defending the ball.
The Japanese media here in force again to see his contribution to the Celtic cause. Delivery is normally excellent with his left foot. A lot of presence in the area there for Celtic. Heading clearance was a good one though by Wilson. This is Petrov and now Telfer. Camera pitching that towards Hartson, who's so dangerous in that position. Major handful. A good recovery by the skipper, Scott Thompson. Well, that's a terrible error by Bryn Halliwell, and John Hartson celebrates his 7th goal in his 7th game this season.
Bryn Halliwell, what on earth was he thinking there? It was a wide back pass, but should never be clearing the ball like that. Hartson isolated on his own, no danger whatsoever. Just a side foot, and thank you very much. A gift, an absolute gift for John Hartson. He would not take up that. Look at that, just off the defender. Thank you very much. Easiest goal John Hartson will score this season.
Well, you've got to feel for Jim Leishman. He spent the week planning his tactics and his preparation for the game. Started it very effectively indeed. One shot from Zaravsky made it 1-0, and then of course a howler by Halliwell. And his team is now right against the clock.
She'll work all week, trying to keep the door shut at the back. Keep Celtic out. You know what the strengths are. And 10 minutes into it, game plan out the window.
Well, complete frustration for an experienced manager. Jim Leishman, you reckon he'd seen most things in the game, but I reckon that really will have stunned him. Interception there by Greg Ross. They've managed all the time in the world, and you can just see now the poise around the Celtic players. Any anxiety has been removed completely.
I say about the wind being knocked out of Dunfermline's sails after the first goal. I think that will have really taken the stuffing out of them.
Well, Beattie taking that first time on the run, he was really in with a very good opportunity. Wrestling match there between Campbell and Beattie. Campbell irate there towards the referee. He thought, I think, that his shirt was pulled. Let's see if that's got any merit.
Arms up, both arms are up. I think Beattie getting on the favourable side of the referee there. Decision. Campbell there just saying he got a sore one on the side of the face.
Much ado, but not very much, eh?
Yeah, nothing there, but it's nice to see the forward coming out on top. It's not only the defenders that get those decisions. And a great chance now for Nakamura to get this ball into the box.
Shunsuke Nakamura with his free kick, and look at that crowd of players, all the jockeying for position. Well, Halliwell will feel a lot better after that. An easy catch, but he had to take it cleanly.
So he's not got rid of it yet, John.
There's anxiety there about the kick out. It's a very long one. The whole East End atmosphere subdued. The home crowd just can't believe what they've watched.
An optimistic start. First 5, 6, 7 minutes for Dunfermline. Chances flashing across the Celtic box, and all of a sudden 10 minutes into the game you're 2-0 down.
Offside against Zaravsky. Well, I think you could see Celtic with the possession play, the passing, the movement. They really have a chance to develop some understanding in the game now, because with a 2-goal cushion so early and Dunfermline suddenly looking quite demoralised, they really could go to town here.
Yeah, it's an important period now for Dunfermline, trying not to concede in the next 10-15 minutes. Celtic on a high now, everybody wanting to get on the ball, bags of confidence, and they'll be looking to add to the 2 that they've already got.
Mo Camara has possession now for Celtic. He has Virgo inside. Petrov coming deep, hounded there by Darren Young, playing in direct opposition in the middle of the field.
Such a big influence on his team when he's playing in that central area. I've seen him play a lot out on the right-hand side. For me, Petrov is a great player playing in that central area.
Michael across here to Scott Thompson. Telfer to Petrov. Strong challenge there by Young. Celtic have the free kick.
That's what you expect if you're in there. Stan Petrov with the band that they want to try and put out the game. Young brothers playing in there. They're not shy in putting the foot through the ball.
Nakamura back to McManus. Zurawski challenged well by Thompson. Ball's just coming back, isn't it, really? It's just possession up all the time now by Celtic. Virgo strong on the ball, well tackled by Tarashulski. Showing a good deal of determination. Big striker. Good movement from Mason. Ross with the cross, and just too high for Burchill. Campbell's left foot, unable to keep the ball low enough.
It's better that you see there Tarachulski got involved in the build-up and he's not in the box now. It's just the smaller striker Burchill. It's not a bad effort there from Campbell.
Son of the Partick Thistle manager, Dick Campbell. And Campbell. Head flick on there came from Hartson, that's Wilson. Michael's layoff. Good play there by Camara. Virgo's first time pass intended for Zurawski. Todd was alert. Well, the Dunfermline really need some inspiration from the field. Somewhere in there they've got to find some leadership. Somebody who will make them believe they can come back. Slap there in the face for Mason from Hartson. Accidental, obviously.
Hartson just shaking his hand there. I think, yeah, just the hand coming up. Slow one on the ear. I think, yeah, just holding his left ear.
Well, it's not exactly the most gentle hand in the game, is it? Big, strong fellow.
Yeah. Just the hand coming up there.
Well,
it's a bit of a slap.
It doesn't actually do him any credit when you see it again.
No, bit of a slap there.
The referee couldn't have been in better position, was quite satisfied simply to give the free kick and have a quiet word with Hartson.
Yeah, no reaction this time. Last week we had the same sort of thing, didn't we? Referee having a quiet word, and then a mouthful back, picking up a yellow card. But today I think he's learnt his lesson.
Family section there for the Dunfermline players. Scott Wilson now with his free kick. Looking for Andy Todd, who's joined the attack. Todd get up well for that. Swept away from Boric by Baldy. Well, that was designed, I think, to be the outside of the boot and sliced towards Craig Beattie. Didn't quite catch it right.
That's what you call a mishit. This often seen from Petrov.
Headed inside by Camera, the poor one. This is Tarashulski. Baldy closing him down well. Now Telfer. Michael collects for the Dunfermline. Burchill in a hurry there with that return pass, but Petrov turning that away at long range for a corner kick.
Petrov just having words with Zurawski there, wanting him to come a little bit deeper when Celtic haven't got the ball.
Campbell's corner kick towards Andy Todd. He won it well, a chance there, closed down very well by McManus. Going for the second ball there, Todd. Took a slow one.
Does have to find the back of the net, Andy Todd. It's a great jump here. on Hartson on the far post there, and just catching a sore one, I think, on the shin.
It's 343rd match for Dunfermline in 2 spells. There's Tarashilski. Caught late, was he, by that challenge. There's Burchill, back to Campbell. The clearance came from Balde.
He's slipping and sliding all over the place at the moment, the players. It's half a chance, must be said. Tell for that. Closing down. Burchill.
Well, some signs that the Dunfermline have regrouped themselves now. They've recovered. Derek Young's going to come on. We'll see who the replacement is for. And it's the man who was caught there by John Hartson, Gary Mason, who has not been able to come back. Obviously he's had a sore one, and it's Derek Young who joins the fray for Dunfermline. A little more attack-minded perhaps than Mason, who's an orthodox midfield player. Camera forward, that's Zurawski, now Hartson. Zurawski again. Good dummy by Petrov, he knew that was intended for Telpa. BT's on the right, that's showing too much of the ball though to Campbell. Here's Burchill, great turn of acceleration. Berger made the challenge, a very heavy collision there between the 2 players. Balde has not been penalised for that challenge on Tarashilski. The big Polish striker is in trouble. Well, he was hit by a runaway train there, I think.
Yeah, that's what you call getting flattened. I think the ball was up there to be won. I think the big centre-half Baldy won it, but I think it was just after he'd won the ball, it just come crashing down. Good work from Burchill. There you go. It's up there to be won, and it's just come down right on Tarachilski, right in his chest. That's the sore one. Probably knocked all the wind out of him.
Well,
straight back on his feet.
He said serious words to the referee. He thinks that was a clear foul.
The ball was up there. I think the ball was up there for both of them. Baldy was the favourite to get it.
Well, I think the next exchange between the 2 might be interesting. Tarashilski's an angry man.
I think Tarachilski's had a good start to the game, but I think the first 5 or 10 minutes, his position was centre forward, and he was causing lots of problems. At the moment, he's flitting in and out the game in the wider areas of the park. He used to stay through the middle, Dunfermline to bounce the ball off him and get runners going either side of him. I think they might get a little bit of success.
Got to go back to Telpa. It's given away, collected there by Young. That was Derek Young that time. This is Darren Young. Well taken by Boric.
He's taken by Boric.
Polish confrontation again.
Saw last week in the Old Firm game, pretty comfortable crosses. There's a big guy. 2 big guys coming together.
Here's Telpa. Todd doing well there against Hartson, but it breaks for Zurawski. Nakamura battling hard to get involved in the play. A tough time last week against Rangers. Still finding it difficult to get into the pace of the game. This is Derek Young. Well, hands were up, but it was driven against him. Turned back there. Tarashilski beaten to the ball by Balde. It was good defending by Bobo Balde, and it had to be.
Clash these 2. Young ball into there, claims a handball. Burchill with a hook back. Balde, the winner again there, goes to the ball.
Outswinger still preferred. Bakel this time. It's Andy Todd is deflected all over the place. Behind again for a corner. Well, real uncertainty there in defence.
Look for Dunfermline there. Ball ricocheting all over the park there. Telfer just looking up.
It was a handball by McManus. Certainly seemed to strike his arm. Well, that's beautifully taken down by Hartson. That's a fine pass. Here's Beattie. And brought down by Derek Young. Well, Young thinks that Beattie made a dive there. just heard that Gary Mason, who was replaced there by Derek Young, has been taken to hospital. He has an indentation in his cheek, which is having to be checked out. So that shows you the kind of strength of the impact of John Hartson's left hand. Wrestling there by Hartson. Free kick to Dunfermline. You sense some bit of belief coming back to Dunfermline?
I think since the incident with Baldy and Tarachilski, seems to have lifted everybody, the supporters, the players alike. A bit more urgency, a bit more fight.
One goal, of course, could transform the match. There goes Darren Young. Escorted safely back there by Petrov.
Great play by Petrov. Great energy levels, that man. Chasing forward, chasing back, full-back positions. He's all over the park.
Celtic's longest serving player. He signed in 1999. How times have changed, Mark. Players' movement.
Well, that's it. I mean, the Bosman's coming in, you know, it's like a revolving door, players in, players out. Quite unique to get a player staying at a club now for, you know, for 3, 4, 5 years.
This is Mako. Now Darren Young picks out Campbell. Tarashulski's the target. Lannis did a good marking job. Camera can complete the clearance. Standing on no ceremony. Restored himself to some extent in the eyes of the Celtic supporters in the performance last week against Rangers.
I think the question marks were over no camera. He brought himself into a good game last week. Started off pretty well today as well.
Campbell angling that across. That's Burchill. Penalty kick it is. Adam Virgo bars them off the ball. Not much doubt about that.
Good composure there from Burchill. It was a good ball in as well. And Virgo comes charging in here. Campbell with the ball in. An overload at the far post. There you go, under your chest. There's no option there for the referee.
Well,
simple decision.
Petrov seems to be arguing about that. I'm not quite sure why. Now this is a very important kick. Mark Burchill opened his account for the Dunfermline in midweek. Former Celtic striker has the chance to put Dunfermline back in the match. Well, that's a wonderful save by Boric. Spread that superbly.
Super save there from Boric. Good, strong hand, strong wrist. Guess right. There you go. Down to his left. A good, strong hand. Just tipping it round the post.
Well, he enjoyed that all right, didn't he? Headed up by Scott Wilson. Retrieved again by Burchill for Campbell. Losing out to Baldy. There's Zarelski. Coming inside, caught there by Darren Young. A free kick's been given. Dunfermline irate about that. Greg Ross and Darren Young complaining bitterly. It did appear to be a trip though, no doubt about that. And for the moment, Dunfermline reduced to 10 men because Andy Todd has disappeared up the tunnel with blood coming from his head.
It's good play from Zarelski there. Knew what he was doing. Just knocking the ball between the two players. There was going to be contact. And the free kick was going to be given. I don't think there could be any argument there. Dunfermline players seem to be making as much as they can about it. A little bit off the ball with Beattie and Todd.
Celtic's free kick. Another major blow to Dunfermline. Their character being tested to the full now. 2 behind after a bright start, missing a penalty. First penalty of the season, only one last season in fact they had. Nakamura going for goal, and that's much too ambitious.
As we said, that must be put down as a wasteful free kick. Far too far out. Not enough action on the ball.
And there's Nakamura's interpreter on the bench there, in case he is required for any purpose. So, over on the far side, the referee's talking to the fourth official. And because Andy Todd is off the field, whether or not he had permission to go, I'm not sure.
And Craig Beattie's just gone over onto the left-hand side of the park. Nakamura switched over to the right here.
Burchill's headed layoff. Young finds Burchill again. Well, he'll be so disappointed, Burchill, with that opportunity against his first club. He's Celtic playing for his 10th of his good loan deals now. He's only 25. Headed away by McManus. Ross to Michael. Good running there by Young. He's in the corner off McManus. McManus thinks the ball was out before he touched it.
It's a good spell of play again from Dunfermline. As we say before, look, they're looking for these balls up the side of defenders now on the floor. The midfield player's got the running boots on.
Michael's 7th corner kick. Headed away by Balde. Beattie helps on his way. That's Wilson, a good header wide. Michael under pressure from Telfer. Good play from Telfer. Virgo picks out Beattie. Off goes Zarafsky. He's not offside. Going against Greg Ross. The pullback by Nakamura. Good play from Celtic again. Campbell brought down by Petrov. Good effort there by Nakamura. Would have enjoyed that had he gone home.
Super slick football from Celtic there. Zarafsky, similar position from where he scored his goal, but electing to cut the ball back. Nakamura making the keeper make a save.
Remember the man of the match competition. You can win a signed shirt from the man of the match if your selection agrees with that of Mark Kate at the end of the game. Numbers to call on screen: 0901 1313 323, or from the Republic of Ireland it's 1513 712 444. You can text MOTMH or MOTMP space player's name 85010.
Ball into the big centre forward. That's what we're saying. That's where they're getting the best play from.
Now look at that. 8-4 shots to Dunfermline, 7-0 in corner kicks, and they're 2-0 down.
Just shows you how fast Celtic can break from in defence to having a shot. 2-3 passes.
Andy Todd racing up the track now in the far side, having been patched up. One on the field. Kenny Clark being invited to give him authority. Attention's not yet been obtained from the referee. Now he sees him. Balde's headed away straight to Derek Young. This is Michael. Darashulski to Burchell. Greg Ross couldn't quite make that. So, Celtic, if you had edit out the goals, you would look at this game and think that the Dunfermline should have been ahead.
Oh, you would have thought so. They've had plenty of the play in Celtic's box more often than not. Keeper's made a save. Dunfermline have settled down since they've gone 2-0 behind. They've got Terachilski back in the middle, where he was causing problems in the first 5 or 6 minutes. As I say, it's a big lad.
Andy Todd challenging for that. He's had 3 stitches inserted in the head wound. So Ian Campbell with the throw now. Tarashulski the target, helping that on. Virgo put under pressure there by Todd. Oryx does look a very imposing personality in goal, doesn't he?
Yeah, big lad, looks pretty confident coming out, taking catches. And looks got a goalkeeper that's prepared to do that, comes cleanly all the time. Amongst players as well, does spread confidence through your back four, especially your big 2 centre halves. You've got a guy behind you that's going to come and take anything that's in there.
Headed on by Tarashulski, there goes Burchell. Held up well by Balde. Showed a good ton of pace, Bobo Balde. Well, the question remains, will he still be here next week? Balde, he only has 3 more days to exercise that clause in his contract to leave.
It's that ball up the side of the big centre half again. It's a flick on. Having plenty of joy with that particular move.
Todd playing it in, McManus returns it. It's Michael winning it from Hartson. Michael again, the playmaker for Dunfermline. Ross pitching it in towards Tarashulski. In goes Balde again in decisive fashion for the clearance. You think he'll be here next week?
who knows? Start the game very, very well. You'd say it's bread and butter stuff for him. It's balls that pump through the middle. You'd expect him to be getting up there and clattering people and heading the ball away. That's his strength.
Two totally contrasting strikers to play against in Tarashulski, the 6'4" target man, and the electric pace of Burchell beside him. Well, there's a bad record away from home so far for Celtic. 12 goals in all, 3 away games. 5, 4 and 3 the scores. 4 at Motherwell, 5 in Bratislava, 3 at Ibrox. But none here at East End Park. A penalty kick saved by Boric. Well, Burchell will be smarting about that. Scored 24 times in 63 games for Celtic. Looked at one time to be a major prospect, to be a long-term Celtic striker. Didn't quite work out for him. And he's moved around since then. He's been with, including loan spells, Birmingham, Ipswich, Portsmouth, Dundee, Wigan, Sheffield Wednesday, Rotherham and Hearts. 25 years old.
It tells you something.
What does it tell you?
I think it just tells you that you're playing at that sort of level. It's probably just not good enough to do that, but coming to play back at this level suits him better, or prefers just being back in Scotland.
And a good pass wide there for Ross. Ross working hard to deliver that ball. Baldy held it on. Good play by young Ross on the flank. Campbell returns at this time. Came off Burgo. Tarashulski taking it down very well indeed. Campbell couldn't control that closely enough. Telfer stepping in. Here's Nakamura. Zurawski has found space on the right. Nakamura into Virgo. 50-50 ball possession, very interesting indeed, but the most important statistic at the top there, 2-0 to Celtic. Back it comes to Wilson. Breaking the ball is kind there for Dunfermline. Derek Young can pick out Campbell. Very awkward ball though. Not easy at all. Well, his place was threatened by Scott Morrison's arrival from Aberdeen. Morrison injured in that under 21 international against Austria, out for a long time. So Campbell, the chance again, the 20-year-old, to establish himself. Back now with Todd. And there's blood again in his head. He can't stay in the field like that, I'm sure. It's been ordered off by the referee.
Just shown to the touchline.
Not enough stitches, I would suggest. McManus wide there for Camara. Celtic now can take all the time they want in possession. Nakamura trying very hard to get involved in the play, in the build-up. Petrov again gets a call from Nakamura. Telfer tackled there by Campbell. Throw to Celtic. Careless one, very careless one there from Balde. Tarashulski collects. This is Derek Young. Back it comes to Michael. Campbell now for Dunfermline. Tarashulski helps it on, but Burchell had come to the inside left channel. Well, he's going to do no damage. Testing times here. Well, here comes Andy Todd, prepared for battle. Wilson was quick to that ball against Zurawski. Made a good tackle. Now it's Petrov. Oh, excellent running by Camara, not followed by Burchell. Good opportunity here, that's Beattie. Very good play from Celtic. The angle too tight in the end, but it was the run from Camara and the awareness of Petrov.
Instigated by Petrov, great run. Shows you how quick defence to attack. Shot on goal. First touch just took him slightly too wide of the target. That's what Celtic are capable of. Defence into attack. He's not happy with his defensive.
The fourth official getting him an earful too for whatever reason. Clumsy challenge there by Camara. Encouragement there for Tarashulski coming from Jim Leishman. Michael towards Tarashulski. Good play by Young. Wilson forward to Michael. Here's Darren Young. Better play from Dunfermline. Campbell back to Darren Young. Good running by Burchell. Thumping challenge came in there from Bobo Balde. The last touch came off the Dunfermline striker. Well, remember that man of the match competition. You win a signed shirt from the man of the match. You've got to come up with the right answer to match that of Mark Hateley at the end of the match. And either numbers to call and the text possibilities for you. So take the chance to see if you can win that signed shirt. Collector's item. Camara's throw. Here's Hartson. It's a quiet match over the piece, but he's snapped up the gift that he was offered by Glyn Halliwell. Here's Balde short to Virgo. Nakamura again. Caught late by Campbell as he tried to link up with Zurawski. Celtic's free kick. Must be taken in the right place though. Comes wide here for Telfer. Petrov changing direction. And doing so once again. Nakamura taking up a good position, but allowing that challenge from Derek Young. This is Campbell. Late stages of the first half when the Perman will undoubtedly go in feeling very much aggrieved at the scoreline. Lost to Michael. Tackle was a good one from Beattie. Nakamura switching position to the right hand side of midfield, getting more joy. Zurawski to Telfer. Hartson, the dummy, wants the ball reach Beattie. Losing his footing there in a quick turn. Tarashulski. Lost to Michael. It's a very fine prospect, this young man at right back, just 18 years old. Very positive coming forward. We'll give it a shooting chance there. Hopeful one by Beattie. Much better clearance by Halliwell on his left foot, of course. It was the right foot that gave the ball to Hartson for goal number 2 in 10 minutes.
I think you'll find he won't be doing that again this game. They're concentrating, just a lack of concentration led to the error and the gift for John Hartson.
Camara with a throw. Petrov again linking with Virgo. Hartson finding Zurawski inside. Nakamura finding more space now. This is Petrov and Telfer. Good running by Petrov. The early delivery for Hartson, and he was very close to that. Todd made the clearance, but Hartson was across his bows.
You can see the reaction from John Hartson. He knew he should have got there. Fantastic ball from Petrov.
Balde's header turned away by Darren Young. This really was a very good opportunity for Hartson.
Great play. Petrov, Telfer involved. Petrov has been involved with everything. That's a great ball. Hartson knew he should have got there. The reaction when he's on the floor. Petrov definitely playing the captain's role today for his side.
Cross that comes to Camera. Todd's header. Ross looking for Tarashulski. Derek Young collects now for Dunfermline. Good play by Mako. Great awareness of where his teammates were. Scott Wilson linking up. Get across there by Young, much too close to Telfer. Time for Balde to find Petrov. Excellent turn into space. Fine play again by Petrov. That's Nakamura to Zurawski. Chance against Todd and Wilson. Excellent defending there by Scott Wilson. Two players down the middle of the field though.
Zurawski should have taken it onto his left foot there. He had the balance. The defender off balance as well. Petrov was in at the start of that. Thought the ball was away from him, but that was commitment, determination.
Both players in trouble. Both players are in trouble there. Derek Young and Petrov.
Petrov fully committed to that, winning the ball and getting his team keeping going forward. And Derek Young. Nice if he saw one on the knee as well. I think that'll be enough to stop that man carrying on. So an excellent first half.
Well, Derek Young himself a substitute, replacing Gary Mason early in the match. A little bit of coaching there for Craig Beattie from Gordon Strachan. Two players have to leave the field. Pip Yates with Derek Young there. Well, they're both taking slow ones, these players. Good honest challenge though, wasn't it?
Yeah, I don't think there's anything there. The ball was there. It's running away from Petrov. Derek Young comes sliding in. Both players 50-50 committed to the tackle. A good shake of the hands there as they come back on.
Yeah, that was good. Handshake from the players as they back in the field together. Todd up there against Hartson. Breaks for Mako. Too long in the air that ball, is it not? Very difficult that for Campbell. Chelford with the throw. Well, the stoppage time now at the end of the first half as Darren Young goes in heavily on Nakamura. Deflection gives the throw to Dunfermline. A very late opportunity perhaps to have an attack. Set something back for the second half to come. Back it comes here to Mako. Tarashulski didn't contact that the way he intended. Down goes Petrov. The tackle came from Darren Young. Free kick to Celtic. Seeing out the first half with this 2-goal cushion, but you think the Dunfermline feel a sense of injustice, Mark?
I think so. A missed penalty. Could have got themselves back into the game with that. I think on reflection, chances that have come their way. Zurawski got his first goal for the club. And a gift for John Hartson. Took his team 2-0 up. I think overall on the general part of the play, I think Celtic deserve the 2-0.
Yeah, Mark Butchell missed the penalty. Artur Borac who pulled off an excellent save. Well, it all started in just 5 minutes. Celtic's first attack. A very fine finish by Zurawski. Not perhaps too certain Aliwell's contribution, but that was a howler. And John Hartson took full advantage. Well, the Dunfermline were stunned for a while, but they came right back into things when this penalty kick was given to the challenge by Virgo on Butchell. But look at the quality of the save from Borac to keep that 2-goal lead intact. So, disappointment there for Mark Butchell. The Dunfermline did show they've got qualities in this side, but at half time they've got a problem. Dunfermline 0, Celtic 2.